Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, and hopefully he can get enough movement because, well, Zeke's still pretty far away, isn't he? So let me try to shift the camera so you can see the vicinity of where he's at. So Zeke is kind of like right there. So let's see how Albus will do with his movement. Okay, so second action, we're going to roll, and that's a 6. 6 and 8 is 14. So, okay, we're going to go through Ancient Depths into the Chamber of Kings North and then over to Zeke. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. No. Let me move you again, because my thought was what we were going to try to do is give, because there's a trap token right behind there. So I was trying to get Albus to Zeke to give him the healing potion, but that did not work. And I'll tell you what, since we're here, why don't we just do this now? Hopefully now you can see that there's that trap token right here. So let's just go ahead with, yeah, Zeke. Okay, so Zeke has initiative token 1, so let's just move. Let's just get his turn going and deal with this trap if it is one. Okay, so he has a base movement of 2 with the roll of a d6. Try to roll right here for you. It's a lot of movement. So that would be a lot of, gotta continue. Now see how now I'm thinking, because that's a lot of movement. We could avoid the trap and go through the cesspool south, kind of go around here this way. But it could be, I'm indecisive which route to go. Well, I'll tell you what, let's just try to, we're gonna go and hit this trap, see if it's a trap. So 1, 2, 3, and we're going to reveal, and it's a trap. Okay, let's get the trap deck. Shuffle it on camera. I was really hoping that was a clear trap, because remember, there are, always just want to reinforce stuff for you guys, because, you know, that's, of course, your hero has sprung a trap, and then there's this one, meaning it's clear, there's no trap, and it's random every game. But Zeke has hit a trap. And we'll roll so you can see it on camera with what comes up. 2, we're going to go 2 down, 1, 2. So as Zeke is making his way to the Ancient Depths, oh no, traps, you gotta love them. All right, so let's see what this is. Watch your step. A thick green mist fills this corridor, making it difficult for this hero to see what lies ahead. As the hero proceeds, they are unaware of huge metal spikes emerging from the dungeon floor. Test evade 17. Remember, we have our the scalable difficulty reference card, so that's going to drop that to a 16 for us. Or I mean, at 16, 11, because we can minus 6. Test evade. On a success, the hero sees the spikes at the last second. They may proceed with their turn. That would be great. On a fail, roll 1d6. Result is damage taken. In addition, test physical resistance. Well, it says 15, but again, we can minus that 6, so it's a 9. On a fail, this hero is stricken with a physical affliction. This ends this hero's turn. All right, let's do this now. So evade 17, of course, with our handy scalable difficulty reference card for level 1. Just want you guys to see this. Of course, you're getting this in your Crusader upgrade kit and all editions of the game, where you can drop that down by 6. So let's get our D20 here. Consult Zeke's evade. And evade is that symbol right here with that arrow, and that is a 2. So we can, of course, add 2. So this is an 11, So it says what? There's this green mist that's filled the corridor there, right? And let's see if, yeah, green mist fills this corridor, making it difficult for this hero to see what lies ahead. So let's see if Zeke has seen this. The spikes in the floor. Try to roll here. Oh man, look at that. A 9. And yeah, with his evade, we could add 2 to that, right? So 10, 11, wow. If that was pretty thematic. If you think he was probably just about to step and he caught himself and saw the spikes. So yeah, 9 plus the 2, that's 11. Then of course with our scalable difficulty reference card, that dropped it to 11. All you have to do is meet or exceed it. He can proceed with his churn. Yeah, they may proceed with their churn. So he had extra movement remaining, right? You can continue now with that. So he had, was it 2 and 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then and forgive me for that. I had to think what he had rolled. So yes, it was a 5. And there was just a lot going on in that little bit. So yeah, so it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And you know what? I'm going to, of course, end his movement right there. But he has, remember, he has one more action. But trading is a free action. Albus is, of course, right behind the bookcase here. He can get his stuff now. Let's get his. We were going to give Zeke the heavy cloak, so he has that now. And then we were going to drop off, let's take a look at his hero card. Yeah, he's definitely going to need some ochre juice. And looking at our other, yeah, we're going to give him a healing potion and an ochre juice. So Albus will drop this off. Okay, then when we go into initiative token 2, he's going to quaff those down, so he's set up with that. And give him his heavy cloak. Okay, now we're on track. And I'll tell you what, he still has, of course, his movement remaining from his first initiative, so we're just going to continue moving him into this area here. And actually, wait, is there a mining? Well, you know what? No, I'll tell you what, there's a treasure chest here. Why don't we go and see what's in a treasure chest? Why not, right? So let's roll. Sorry, that one part, I had to just add that up again for where he was at in the die roll. So second action, another 5. Treasure chest, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to take that off. Of course, we'll do it right here on camera. And then, of course, when you're done with these, just put these back in your storage area or box. Get the treasure deck. Now this is going really good. He just escaped those spikes in the floor with the green mist. So hopefully he does good with the treasure chest deck. Remember though, it's the ultimate in risk and reward. Oops. Okay, so we're going to just, of course, roll. We're going to go 5 cards down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Zeke goes down this corridor here, finds a treasure chest, opens it, and well, look at that. That's not too bad. Lifting the lid of the archaic chest, you discover 700 gold. That is not bad at all. Zeke had a great churn. And I'll tell you what, there's a 700. Give that to Zeke. It's a very good churn for him. I don't want to give too much away for you, but there is some bad stuff in here. But there's some very good stuff in here. So I'll just give you a little taste of what could be in here. Hopefully you don't mind. One of the things could be an eidolon chest. A chilled mist surrounds the chest as you approach it. The chest begins to metamorphosize into an eidolon chest. So that is a really interesting thing that happens there. And just one more. There's not a lot, but there's a good amount of bad stuff. But then your hero could, swinging pendulum, that could happen. So there's just a little taste of what's in the treasure chest deck. And so now, that would end that. So he has one action remaining, right, for his initiative token 2. Let's clear that off there. And there was a mining node. Oh, it's way up there. I wonder if we could get to it. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you know what? Before we do that, though, guys, let's use our healing potion. Let's heal him up. So again, flip it over. That's going to restore 6 health. You're going to put this above the village board. So he is back to full health. And then we're going to, of course, Zeke is going to quaff down this ochre juice, and that will restore 6 essence to him. So that, and that brings him up to 6. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's got some of his essence back. So he's in good shape. Okay, so for our last, actually, I really, really want to show you mining. I think you'll really enjoy this. So let's see if we can get him up there. And we need some big movement, though. So, well, 5. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, perfect. He is right. He's adjacent to it. You can either be on top of it or adjacent to reveal that. So we're going to reveal it. Now it has to be, because we've seen no mining sites show up yet. So revealing it, it's mining site A. Perfect. So we're just going to set that there. And I'm just going to scoot you over here so I don't disrupt everything. Here's the mining decks right here. Okay. And so this is basically mining site A, mining site B, C, and D. It does say it on the Dungeon UI board. Okay, so I just wanted to show you on the Dungeon UI board, this is where it is, A, B, C, and D. Now with our final, we can do an action to end his turn. He can do a move and then an action. We're going to do some mining. And so, show you here. Of course, he has his pickaxe. It's a brand new pickaxe because it's on 12. But of course, there's a chance it could degrade. And I love the mining and crafting in this game. This is where you can really get down to the nitty-gritty on speccing out your hero. So what we're going to do is, again, I'm just declaring to end my turn, we're going to have Zeke mine. We're going to get a D3. And so picture right now Zeke is hitting the ground. The roll of the D3 is like hitting the ground to break it up to see if he found anything. Think of it like that. So we'll roll. Okay, 2. He found 2 things. So I'm just going to go over to the mining deck. I'll just bring it over here. It's a very fun mechanic in the game, and just definitely you could spec out your heroes in so many different ways with all the recipes for power gems. So 2. So him hitting the ground, he found these 2 things. Let's set that here. First thing he found is, okay, moonstone. Moonstone is one of the main components for crafting, and there's zultanite. And second, okay, he finds some iolite. So let me explain this real quick, because I got very in-depth when I created the mining and crafting. Think of moonstone as a hardening agent. When the blacksmith melts it down, because that's who creates the power gems, it coats the power gem with a protective coating. Think of it like that. So it's a very hard substance. And then zultanite is like a white crystal-like, and it's very fragile. It doesn't have any magical properties, but what it does is it amplifies the effect of the precious gems. There's, like I said, ruby stone, iolite, jade, amethyst, sunstone, and obsidian. Kind of follows the suit of the warfare type. So before we close this out, because since we're on it, let me grab a recipe card that will use iolite. Hold on. Okay. And I just figured I'd take the time because, This might be one of the last things. If you've watched this much, you're going to know this game. So right here, here's a recipe card. This is one of those prowess gems. So this is telling us that's moonstone, that's zoltanite. See, we can see with zoltanite's like this white crystal. So for this recipe, the iolite prowess gem, you're going to need one, or your hero's going to need one moonstone and one zoltanite and one iolite. So Zeke already has most of that. And then it just says this recipe will create an iolite prowess gem. Once inserted to a weapon socket, add +2 to ranged warfare rolls. So here is the side, and I'm just going to grab one to show you real quick. Where was that one card here that Albus had? So remember when he got this is perfect, okay. So remember we bought the redstone, or the redwood staff. That adds a +1 to arcane. So what you do is after the blacksmith, you give the blacksmith those materials that are on the recipe card. He crafts a power gem. Here's your power gem. You slide it underneath. So it's kind of like, the way I think of it is, that is plugged into that socket. So now this redwood staff, as I drop our power gem, gives this weapon a +2 to ranged warfare rolls. Do you see how it is? So you can really tweak your heroes out to however you like. And this side, this was just if you want to put it on that side. So you don't get dual benefits. It's just that's how it should look. So there you go. You just learned about mining and crafting. We're going to do maybe some more on this next turn, but we definitely want to get into this region here and finish up our quest, and of course kill Red Widow. But I'm glad this came up, took the time, and you can see how mining and crafting works. Okay, on to our next hero, who is Mahaliak. And we have to finish up one thing here with mining, to see if the pickaxe degraded, because remember, Zeke was like hitting the ground. So I wanted to come up with a very simple but fun degrading system for your pickaxe. So you notice, it's fresh, so you put it on 12, and the instructions are simply right here for it. But what you do is, after a hero uses it, each time they use it to mine, just with one roll, that D3, you don't have to do it for each card draw, so just make sure you're going to do it once per action. You're going to see if the pickaxe degraded. And if it did, once it gets down to dull, it's a dull pickaxe. You have to have the blacksmith resharpen it for 100 gold. So we have our D12, and just basically we're just going to roll. As I go crashing into a chamber with a level 3 champion monster. Okay, so the result is 5. That's not within that range. So our pickaxe is still brand new. However, if that was a 12, you're going to slide that down to 11 or 12. You see how that works? So there's a greater chance it's not going to last for very long. So there you go. That's another thing you learned about the game. Okay, now on with Mahaliak. Okay, we are moving on to initiative token 3, and the rest of them, which Mahaliak here and Matari have. A lot of interesting stuff that's going to probably happen in this area. I want to point out too where Zeke is at. He's in close proximity to them, because we definitely want Zeke and Matari to attack Red Widow. So they're kind of like our star heroes for right now. But there is a mystery chamber there, and I just want to touch on that because I've never really revealed those. Some players know what's in there, but it's always random. But if we did enter into a mystery chamber, there's a bunch of mystery chamber tokens. And it's kind of like that mechanic you saw before, where you get a mug or bag, put all the mystery tokens in there, reach and pull one out. And some very surprising things are in mystery chambers. But for now, let's get initiative token 3, Mahaliak. And remember our plan. We're going to try to get over here. He has the onyx key, of course, that will open those chamber doors because it has a red base. There's the onyx key for you. And so we're going to try to get in here. We're going to... Oh, you know what? Yeah, okay, he has the essence. I forgot. He does have essence. I thought he was out of essence where he couldn't do a rally call, but he can. So let's generate some movement. He's got a base movement of 2 with a roll of a d6 Hopefully we get some big movement to get over there. 4. So remember, chamber door automatically opens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And because we want to get in there, well, actually, no, because we can just do it with our second action. Okay, so we're going to roll again. It's going to be a move, an attack action. 3 and 2, that's 5. 1, 2. Remember, you never reveal the monster, champion monster token until you declare you're ready to attack. He is going to rally Matari. Let's get hit. Mahaliak's hero card. Remember, you pay the 1 essence for rallying. Calls out to Matari. Matari has initiative token 4. So, and she has a base movement of 3 with the roll of a d6. Great movement. That's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, they are in the chamber. And remember, you cannot reveal the quest token until that champion monster is defeated. And you know what? This is what I wanted to point out to you. And we'll get to this in a moment, but I know you want to see what's going on. Chamber door closes. And the monster token, champion monster, is a level 1 champion monster. I'm just going to say this now. When you set up the quest in the game, like this first scenario is like the introduction. So your heroes are only going to run into maybe an empty chamber, but most likely it's going to be a level 1 monster. But after that, and this follows suit with all the other ones, that when you set up these quests, that you're going to notice that it's going to tell you to mix. Let's get this out. So I think you'd really like to know this about the game. So like for all the other quests in the game, and you can modify this quest to make it more difficult for yourself, it's going to tell you maybe to grab 5 level 1 monster tokens, okay? And then maybe 1 empty chamber token, but then it's going to tell you to grab maybe 1 or 2 level 2 monster tokens. So you shuffle these and then place those in the chambers. So what I'm getting at is you'll never know what's going to be in the chamber. There could be a level 2 monster in there. And then what I meant was following suit, the same for level 2 quests. It's going to tell you to get like 5 level 2 monster tokens, 1 empty chamber, and maybe 2 level 3. And then the same for like level 3, so on and so forth. So I just wanted to point that out to you and let you know, that you could always expect, you'll never know what's going to show up in a chamber. And so these early quests, if you ever wanted to throw in a few level 2 to make it interesting, go right ahead. This game is, you know me, I'm big on modifying games, especially this game. This is made to do that. So feel free that when you're setting up these tutorial quests, throw in a few level 2 monsters to, spice it up a bit if you want more of a challenge. Okay, that took a little bit, but I wanted to tell you that, another pro Crusader tip, if you want more of a challenge in your dungeon. But what we're going to have to do now is reveal what's in that chamber. We're going to get our level 1 champion monster cards, and I just wanted to show you that those dual monster cards are in there. There's one. Where's the other one at? What was this in here? There it is. Okay, so they're both in the deck. Let's give it a shuffle. We'll roll the die and see what Mahaliak and Matari will be facing. Okay, 5 down again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So as they go into the chamber, they're lurking around and they find there's a lot of black hand snipers in this dungeon, wouldn't you say? So that's what we're gonna have to do. So this is an elite. All right, let's go over to our combat table, set it up, and take this guy out. And we are in the chamber with Mahaliak, Matari, and our champion, level 1 champion guardian, which is again the black hand sniper. And I already have our warfare tokens. You guys might already know this because we fought a few of these guys already. Versed in physical chaos, ranged warfare. I have our warfare dice ready. And let's take a look at the card again, give you a close-up. But then I'll just read everything so we can just keep the action going. So ranged, physical, and chaos. But again, we have this special ability because it's an elite, has a gold star. Shot in the dark. Before combat, each hero must test willpower 12 to spot the sniper. On a fail, roll 1d3. The hero takes damage equal to the result -1. If any hero has a lit torch, the sniper is spotted, no test is needed. And if remember, I wanted to get a torch, and but actually Albus would never have been able to reach them. So we're just going to have to see if one of our heroes, of course, do a willpower to spot the sniper. So let's do Maheliak first. Looking at his hero card, I'll just show you this so you know, get familiar with all of the different icons. So that green symbol right there with the body, that's 2, that's willpower. So we can add 2 to this roll. So he's looking, trying to spot the sniper. Roll of a d20, and he does. Willpower was 2, that's a 15. So spots it, no problem. Matari here, I'll show you her card. 2 also. Okay, so she could add 2. She's going to try to make sure the spots the sniper so she doesn't take damage. And perfect. A 12, and of course her 2, 14. They both spot the black hand sniper. Okay, so let's go into combat. What's the first thing we do? Of course, any special abilities, we did that. Do any of our heroes want to use any kind of special ability? Drink a potion? Nope, we're going to go right into combat. Okay, I'm going to tell you now that I think Maheliak is just going to tell Matari to sit this one out. He has got it. He's versed in all of these warfare types, where Matari, of course, and actually I wanted to bring this up, just to hit this home for you guys. This is why you rally heroes together. Notice on her hero card, say we send her in alone. Well, she's already a -3 for physical. She's not proficient at all with chaos. And well, she does have a +1 to ranged, but that's what I mean. If she would have went in here solo against that black hand sniper, it would not have been good. Maheliak, proficient in all of those. So he is just going to probably be attacking in all these phases, and I think we're going to take him out in the first round. Okay, so we're going to take the warfare tokens, of course, give them a quick shuffle, and reveal what phase 1 will be. Grab this one, phase 1. Ranged. It's perfect. Put that there. Get our ranged warfare dice. And again, he will be declaring he's using Mallory's golden bow. That gives him a +3 to ranged warfare. So that's what he's attacking with. Let's take, I'll tell you, instead of pulling the card, well, that's a 13. Of course, he's a sniper, so he's going to be very proficient with that. So he's got to get basically a 10 plus on the warfare dice. So runs up, pulls the bow back, and oh my god, that was the highest he could have got. Guys, that was a mega hit. 6 and a 12, the highest values possible. +3, that's 19. He shot that sniper right between the eyes, and I am prepared. Again, there's the 2 damage, and just so you guys know, remember, that's what the weapon is. +2 damage, 2 damage. We're doing awesome. Clear the warfare token. Here are the dice. Kind of moves back. And phase 2 will be, well, this is, he's very proficient with this. So chaos warfare. Let's get the warfare dice. Again, we're going to rely on Mallory's golden bow. No bonuses to this, of course, but on his hero card, he is proficient in chaos warfare. That's a +3. Looking on the black hand sniper, that's a 10. So I think he's going to do very good. So he rushes up, pulls the bow back again, and oh, ouch. No, he fumbled that a bit. So 4 and 2, that's a 6. Adding the +3 on his hero card, that's only a 9, and the damage is going to be 1. So Mahaliak did not do good in phase 2 of combat. So let me get his hero card. We're going to mark this down. So we lost 1 hit point there. It's down to 7. Okay. Cleared that up. Last phase, of course, is going to be physical. I think he's going to do tremendous with physical, with the physical warfare dice. So that is an 11. But keep in mind he has, oh no, that was Zeke. So never mind, because I was thinking Luke's training sword, because that gives +3 to physical warfare, but Zeke has that. So I'm declaring Mallory's Golden Bow again for phase 3. And you know what? I really want to take him out. You know what we're doing? We're going to use Intimidating Shout. And again, that's 1 essence. Intimidating Shout may be activated before making a warfare roll. Okay, once activated, select 1 of the monster's warfare values and lower it by 2 for this round of combat. So just to be on the safe side, he is going to pay that 1 essence first of all, right here. Okay, so that's going to turn that 11 into a 9. And we'll just take our handy D3 to remember that's now, actually, let's just do this. So that lowers it to a 9. We'll just set that right there as a quick reminder. Runs up with the bow. And, oh, we didn't have to do it, but still, that's great. Another mega hit, 11 and 5. That's 16. Plus on his card, he has that +2, is it? Yep, +2. That's a 18. And he kills the Black Hand Sniper. Dead. Card fell over. Yes, we have our friendly Minotaur back. That was another cool round. Again, I think you guys have got the combat down, right? After seeing all this. Very fun. Okay, so what are we going to do? He's going to get 2 life force. We have that right here. Okay, gave him the 2 life force. Now we're going to, of course, do the loot and gold roll. So picture he's going to go up and he's going to try to loot this, see if it was carrying anything. And the loot and gold roll is 17 plus and a 12 plus. So let's see what's going to happen. Take our D20. And searching the Black Hand Sniper, Mahaliak finds nothing. This thing wasn't carrying nothing. Okay, guys, what a cool battle. But you know what? Let's do something. Since there's these cases here, remember we're looking for a bottle of wine. I'm just going to simply not look. I'm going to grab that quest item. So let's say that this possible wine bottle could have been in one of the cabinets here. So let's reveal and just see. Because remember, it could be a blank one too, because these change every game. So let's say they go over to the cabinets and they're searching for these wine bottles for Baron Whitmore, and empty. Mahaliak just ripped the door right off. He was mad. So now we know. And just like I said, this changes every game. You'll never know where the wine bottles are. So now we know those other 2 chambers in the Ancient Depths, those have the wine bottles. Let's go get them. All right, meet you back in the dungeon. And we are back in the dungeon, going to activate Mahaliak with Initiative Token 5. That was a cool battle, wasn't it? That went actually very well. I want to back up and make mention of something with Zeke. You might be able to see him. He's kind of up there in the ruins of Daggereth. We're doing mining there. But remember when he did this trap here? And we had the test evade? Please forgive me. He passed it. There was nothing wrong, but he also had the Angel of Luck, which gave him a +2 to evade. So I'm sorry I didn't catch that, but still, he's I guess kind of proficient with evading out of situations. So I did want to point that out about the Angel of Luck. Okay, so let's put this back. Initiative Token 5. And remember, now we know the Sparkling Cherry Jubilee wine are in these 2 chambers in Ancient Depth, so we know exactly where to go, but we are going to go to this one here. We have to keep an eye on Red Widow because the monster phase is next. It's going to be interesting to see where she goes. Initiative token 5, first action Mahaliak, base movement of 2, roll of a d6, and not a lot of movement. Shoot. Okay, so remember, chamber doors automatically open. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Of course, not in line of sight of Red Widow. And for his final action, he's going to do a move and attack. Of course, we're going to rally Matari. Plenty of movement to get in. So 1, 2, into the chamber. Get his hero card. He's going to rally Matari. And of course, Matari will go to the rally call. There's initiative token 6 and base movement of 3 from Atari. Not a lot of movement. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and that closes. And of course, she doesn't even have to move because she's got a base move of 3, but still, well, that's good movement. 6 and 3, that's 9. 1, 2. Our heroes are within the chamber. We can't reveal, but we already know that's what we're getting. But of course, it's going to be a level 1. That's Caesar right there. Excuse Caesar. Level 1 monster, a level 1 champion monster. Please excuse Caesar for that bark. Again, we got our champion monster cards. These fetchounds, what are you going to do with them? Okay, so there's, I just want to show you those dual monsters are in there. Give it a quick shuffle. Okay, let's roll a d6. We're going to go down 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so Mahaliak and Matari are investigating the chamber, and they come across, it better not be a freaking Blackhand Sniper. It is Vampiric Assassin. Okay, this is, well, actually, this is very good. Very, very good. So, definitely Matari is going to take the lead on this one. Silver star, that indicates that's a normal version. And here is the origin story. Okay, I'm going to meet you over at the combat table. Let's get into combat.